Hey guys, and welcome back to the video version of The Trinket Thrifter. I'm your host, Courtney Callahan, and for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be showing you different ways to repurpose old maps. Today we're going to be tackling how to make rose-shaped map garland. While that may sound a little complex, it's relatively straightforward and simple. Are you ready? Fortunately, I was able to score a bunch of old maps at a local thrift store for under $6. They varied in state, age, type, and condition. But before we begin, let's get a breakdown of the materials that we'll be using. You'll need old maps, a pair of scissors, twine or string, and a hot glue gun. Once you've gathered all of your materials, the first step is to cut or tear up your map into different sized squares. The bigger the square, the bigger the rows you'll be able to create. It's completely up to your own discretion. For this project, I'll be using 10 6-inch squares. Next, you'll need to cut a spiral shape around each map square. Starting at the right-hand corner, cut a circular shape around the outside of the paper. As you get close to the starting point, continue cutting in a circular shape, aiming for a strip length of roughly 1/2 inch. Precision is not necessary. The very end of the cut spiral should be a tab. Repeat the step until you've spiral cut all of your squares. After removing the outside square, you'll be left with the spiral. The next step will be to create your rows. Start at the outside edge of the spiral and tightly roll the paper towards its top side. Once you've reached its end, maintain a tight hold on the spiral and hot glue the end tab to the bottom of the rows. For a looser, more relaxed look, lightly release the spiral prior to hot gluing, allowing the rows to unwind. Repeat the step until you've rolled all of your pre-cut spirals. After allowing each paper rose time to dry, the last step is to assemble the garland. Cut small, thin strips from your map scraps to be made into small loops. Hot glue each loop to each rose and string onto your twine. Add a small dot of hot glue to hold the rose's position on the twine if desired. And there you have it, 4 steps to creating rose-shaped garland. Stay tuned next week for another episode on how to repurpose old maps. Until then, visit my blog at www.thetrinketThrifter.wordpress.com. See you guys next week!